Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. I hope you all have had a great week. So I'm a wee bit late coming to you all with my thoughts on season 3, episode 5 of Invincible. I have been recovering from a cold and I'm finally feeling a little normal. So I was like, yeah, we can definitely knock this out. And it's funny because even though I've been sick, something still told me deep down, you don't need to rush to watch this episode. And sure enough, I just finished the episode. And I'm not going to say it was bad because I don't think it was a bad episode, but it was serviceable. It was fine, pretty middle of the road. It almost felt like a filler episode. I really believe if you skipped over this and went to next week's episode, you wouldn't have missed a lot because the things that we follow throughout this episode, it does not push the story forward in a major way. It does not push our characters forward in a major way. We don't get any major developments or shifts in dynamics or personality. You know what I mean? We get some insight into some characters' dynamics, i.e. Paul and Kate. And that's well and good. That's great. We get, a follow-up on Titan and Isotope and Machine Head. And I love that. We love a callback and a follow-up from season 1. But it's not to a point where I'm sitting here shocked in awe. Like, oh my God, no, not really. I guess I was expecting a little more because we've been firing off on all cylinders for these past 4 episodes. But yeah, that's kind of where we are. I don't think this will be long. I know I don't need to do an in-depth review. Essentially, things get kickstarted because Mr. Liu, who at this point in time, he's the leader of the order. And he's like the boss's boss. He wants Paul out of prison. That's his golden boy. And so Titan fails to get him out. And so, Mr. Liu kind of threatens Titan's daughter's life. And so he's like, oh, okay, you crossed the line. So basically, this episode serves to give us a formal introduction to the Order, which is a global crime syndicate, and just the shift in regime and power, right? So Titan ends up playing Machine Head and Mr. Liu, and it culminates in a prison breakout sequence at the end of the episode. And everyone kind of gets what they want, except for Mr. Liu, who got a bullet to the head. Titan has Mr. Liu out the way so he can do what he needs to do. Him and Machine Head have an understanding. Machine Head now, is the leader of the Order. Everyone wins. And I feel like even with our introduction to the Order, we don't really get a sense of any major crimes that they've done, what they've been doing during this time. So hopefully we'll get some type of follow-up on that because I would like to see that. Let's see. Let's touch on Paul because him and Kate, that was my favorite part of the episode. It was at the very beginning of the episode after Paul first tries to break out of prison. And so Kate goes to visit him and he just clocks the shit out of Kate the entire time they're having this conversation. I think it's great. We finally get an understanding as to why Kate is so comfortable being the government's lapdog, shoot anyone's lapdog. Because for me, I always thought her man. But no, that wasn't really the case. It probably definitely plays a part in it. But this is something that's been ingrained in Kate since her and Paul were kids and they were first taken by the government and molded to be weapons. And it's interesting to see how her and her brother stand on completely opposite sides of the situation. And it culminates in 2 vastly different paths of life, both being, lapdogs for different organizations. So it's crazy. But, Paul reminds Kate, listen, your thing may be stamped as, hey, we're the good guys, but you're still a murderer like me. You're still being used just like me. Don't forget. And I just loved every second of it because Kate had nothing to say because, girl, you have nothing to say. Hello? So that was really nice. I really appreciated that. Let me see. Oliver, speaking of follow-ups, I really wanted to follow up on Oliver this episode because we didn't get it last episode, right? And what we got was fine, but I don't know. I guess I expected more of a conversation around the fact that he murdered the Mahler twins and he felt no ways about it. I feel like we're not touching on it. Mark and Debbie Debbie's just worried out of her mind and just over policing yet again, to the point where it took her this whole episode to understand that Oliver still deserves to be a kid and deserves to live a full life, which is crazy because she felt that way from the beginning. Of course, she wanted to, cover up his purple skin and all that stuff. But it turns out that doesn't need to happen. Basically, Oliver sneaks out and he goes skating with some friends, and it turns out he's made friends. He had to sneak out to do it, and I don't really blame him because good gracious, living under Debbie, come on. There's no way he could feel comfortable enough to be truthful, hey, I want to go hang out with these friends because, Debbie's doing the most, but understandably so. So, they even come up against some bullies, and Oliver shows restraint, which I was shocked. So that was something. Let's see. Outside of that, Mark and Eve, they're still cute as ever. Eve pretty much pimps out Mark and they start a business off of that, basically being heroes for hire. They're just watching over the prison and everything like that, which was cute. And at first it was so that they could get enough money to get an apartment. And I'm sitting here this is moving way too fast. Y'all have been together for 3 business days. And I was happy that they actually addressed it at the end of the episode and they both decided, all right, let's slow it down. But they're still going to keep the business going as far as watching over the prison and whatnot, which I thought was cool. Let's see. I thought it was funny that we got the sequence from the books where Mark's mom knew, yeah, y'all are having sex. I know this. And Mark is wait, what? It's sir, come on. What else happens in this episode? I feel like nothing of note. I'm kind of scrolling through the episode now just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, yeah. So there was this small sequence with Rex and Ray just kind of building on their budding, feelings for one another. I thought it was super cute. Let's see. Outside of that, that was pretty much it, honestly. Yeah. Really nothing substantial happened this episode, at least in my opinion. So, yeah, I don't really have much else to say. It was a fine episode. If I had to rate it, I would give it a 6.5 to a 7 out of 10. Probably stay at a 6.5, honestly. I'm hoping next week's episode will be a little more entertaining, I guess, or interesting. But yeah, outside of that, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys felt on the episode or not. But either way, thank you for listening, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.